The Boston Public Garden is a 24-acre large plot of land filled with huge trees, beautiful flower-filled gardens, a large pond, iconic statues, food vendors, and fountains. The 4 famous fountains are known as the Small Child, the Triton Babies, Boy and Bird, and Bagheera. Each fountain was created by its own unique female artist and has some interesting history behind it. Let's take a closer look at the history of each fountain. Let's start with the oldest fountain, the Triton Babies. This fountain was made in 1922 by Anne Coleman Ladd. This fountain depicts 2 young children playing. The story behind this fountain relates to the Greek god of the sea, Triton, who is Poseidon's son. Some people think that the children are a boy and a girl, while others believe it to be Ladd's 2 daughters. Getting more into the biography behind the artist, Anne Coleman Ladd was born in Philadelphia, though she lived most of her life in Europe. She went back to America to study at the Art Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. Ladd said that one of her ambitions was to make art more accessible to the public. In Boston, she became very well known for her sculpting. She was most well known for her work creating prosthetic facial masks for World War II vets who endured facial damage while fighting. She also did other work with injured vets, working with the Red Cross. The next fountain to be added was Small Child. The fountain was made and added to the garden in 1929. The bronze sculpture shows a nude baby boy seated on a rocky ledge with his arms slightly raised, and he is looking down at a pile of leaves. The artist was Mary E. Moore. She was born in Massachusetts and worked as a teacher. She also sculpted on the side and studied sculpture at the Boston Museum of Fine Arts. This fountain was her most famous work. The fountain was meant to represent the unselfishness of a child busily exploring the world. The Small Child and the Boy and Bird fountains are located right next to each other at one of the entrances at the garden. The third fountain is the Boy and Bird, made in 1934 by Boschke Pafe. This fountain is bronze, as are the others. The original fountain was stolen and a recast was made in 1977. The fountain captures a young boy's interaction with the natural world. A bird alights in the figure's hand, and the 2 creatures seem to study each other with a shared sense of curiosity. Made by a Russian immigrant, Pafe, who produced the model of it while working with a ticket taker at the Park Street station of the MBTA. Pafe was born in Russia but came to the U.S. at a young age. At age 14, he studied at the Massachusetts Norman Art School, now called the Massachusetts College of Art and Design, and later at the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. The last of the 4 fountains to be added is the Bagheera fountain. The sculpture was actually first exhibited by the artist Lilian Swan Saren in 1939 at the World Fair and was originally called Night. The fountain was named after the panther from the Jungle Book named Bagheera, which in the fountain is depicted hunting an owl. The artist Lilian Swan Saren specialized in animal sculptures. She was an American artist born in New York. This fountain is also a feature on the Boston Women's Heritage Trail.
Boston Garden, there's countless examples of fantastic and inspiring artwork. Through sculptures and fountains for over 100 years, the Boston Public Garden has been brought to life through different artists. For each artist, they're expressing something new and unique with their work. For these 4 fountains, a clear common theme of childhood and curiosity can be presumed. But the 4 artists responsible for creating the Boy and Bird, Small Child, Triton Babies, and Bagheera fountains each created something that, while representing a common theme, are expressed in a different way. While Boy and Bird focuses more on the curiosity of children, Small Child shows more the exploration of children. And while Triton Babies shows young children playing and fighting with one another, Bagheera shows a childhood book character also fighting, while the artist kept both the fountains in a playful manner. In conclusion, these fountains represent the young and youthful energy that the gardens were in part created for. As seen through the park and other child-friendly features of the garden, this is an area created for children to be able to be free, explore their curiosity, and play.